see from this West Virginia offense?
I think they're an efficient group. I think this is a group that can beat you in a lot of ways. They got a quarterback that can beat you running it, can beat you throwing it. Tremendous backs, great personnel up front, skilled tight ends. Good receiving core. And this is a really good offense, and we got to figure out how they're going to try to attack us. That's the key, because they have a lot of diversity in what they do also.
Is this maybe the most mobile quarterback you guys have seen?
I would say so. And we played some pretty good scrambling quarterback. Even last week was a great scrambling quarterback. The difference is Garrett Green, when he decides to go, he's just going to go. He's not gonna hesitate, try to find some other option. When he decides he's going to take off, he's going to take off with the most decisiveness probably of anybody that we play. So that's going to be the challenge of keeping him restrained in the run game.
I think it's interesting that you guys have given up 300 passing yards to 3 different quarterbacks, but you guys have won all 3 of those games. When you look at those final numbers as the D coordinator, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it bothers me, but at the same time, I think we're doing the right thing in taking away what needs to be taken away, and that's Colorado's identity. And you're going to drop back and you're going to throw it 60 times. You're going to get numbers. I mean, that's what it is. And I think if you'd have talked to me at halftime, I would have said we were doing a pretty good job in the pass game, and in the second half, probably some technical things more than anything, just breaking down. We gave up some bigger explosive plays, but I don't think we're necessarily doing anything wrong. I think we just got to be a little bit more smooth when we do it.
West Virginia has 2 running backs who could not be, I think, more opposite in how they play or the way they want to play.
Yeah.
How important is it to know, I guess, which running back is on the field and how much does that change?
Different styles. I don't think it changes what they do. I think they're comfortable running with either one of those backs. But yeah, it's kind of like our attack here, Thunder and Lightning. And the other running back is not he's not a small guy by any means. I think he's 197 pounds. He's just more of a jump cut, quick cut back, type of a guy. And that's the whereas Donaldson's going to be more of a power downhill in your face guy, and great complements to each other. I think our guys will know who they're trying to tackle at all times for sure. Got to get a lot of bodies on those guys.
Coach Riley said Willie Ancio is the most improved player on his side of the ball. Who is that for you on your side?
Yeah, great question. Boy, there's a number of candidates there that, one guy that probably doesn't get a lot of attention, but does a lot of things for us is Colby McAllister. I think he does a lot of, of dirty work, dirty rolls, and doesn't get around the action much just because he's doing his job. The other probably more obvious answer is Austin Romaine. From what he was a year ago, I think he's just in another stratosphere from the confidence level that he's been playing with this year as opposed to last. And you make one more case up front is Damian Elalio. I think Damian's playing at a really high level. He's a tough guy to move in there, and so those guys are. I think we're getting better. I told the guys this on Monday. I felt like last year we were kind of. There was a point in the year where we were pretty beat up and we kind of stagnated, I think, on defense. I had a couple really good games in the middle of the year, a couple shutouts or whatever, and it was great. And then it just kind of, I feel like this group of guys, we're getting better all the time and at all 3 levels, and that's exciting. I think our best stuff is still in front of us. I don't think we've even touched our capabilities yet. So it's, hopefully we get a lot more names here for you in a couple weeks.
Marquise and Jacob on track to play this weekend?
Yeah, we should have everybody available.
Zayshawn obviously got put in, I think, a pretty tough situation to come in mid-game and have to play as many snaps as he did.
Yeah.
What did you see from him in those?
He's a competitor. He's a stud. Zayshawn's going to be a really good football player. And we knew during the course of the week that we wanted to play him in this game. There wasn't a ton of and not that he's not capable of doing it, but there wasn't a ton of shifts and motions, formations, different things. With our game plan, he was going to be playing a lot of man, and we feel like he can do that against anybody. And so we planned on using him. Now, we didn't plan on using him to the extent that we had to use him in the second half of the game, but he had to play down on the goal line. That they didn't throw the ball. That I don't know if we have too many guys that do what he did. I mean, they tried to run a little pick play, and he just smashed it, and he just He's really attentive listener, and he's getting better, and his role will increase this year.